Welcome back to Investing Talk Podcast. Today, we're going to be looking at SES.
SES AI Corporation.
Right, SES AI Corporation, a company making waves in the tech and the electric vehicle world.
Yeah, they're really at the forefront of two huge trends.
Yeah.
Electric vehicles and AI. It's a fascinating space to watch.
And their stock has been on a wild ride lately, up almost 70% in late December 2024, and then some ups and downs in early January. So is SES a buy right now, or should we, proceed with caution?
Well, to figure that out, maybe we should start with what they actually do.
Yeah, good point.
So SES AI develops battery technology, primarily for electric vehicles, but they're also looking at urban air mobility. Think flying cars.
Okay, that's definitely futuristic.
Oh,
What
yeah?
makes their batteries different? Like, what's all the hype about?
Well, they're using AI in their battery design and management systems.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, and this allows them to create batteries that charge faster, store more energy, and potentially even last longer.
So we're talking about a smarter battery. No wonder investors are excited. Speaking of excitement, their stock jumped about 20% on January 3rd, 2025, continuing a trend from December. What's driving that?
I mean, it's likely a combination of things. I think first they've announced some major partnerships with big names in the automotive industry. That's a signal that established companies are taking their technology seriously.
Definitely makes you take notice.
Yeah.
What else is contributing to the stock's performance?
Well, second, there's just a lot of positive sentiment around the company right now. Investors are buying into the potential of their technology and, the possibility of disrupting the entire market.
I mean, if they can revolutionize batteries, it's not just about electric vehicles. It could impact so many industries.
Absolutely. And we can't ignore the overall tech sector recovery. The renewed interest in AI is helping lift many companies, including SES.
So we've got buzz, partnerships, and a recovering tech sector. Sounds like a recipe for success. But is there something we're missing here?
Yeah, you're right to be cautious. There are some things to consider before jumping in.
Okay, let's hear it. What should investors be aware of?
Well, their latest earnings report showed a loss. They missed analysts' earnings per share expectations, and that always makes investors a little nervous.
That's never a good sign. Does it mean the company's in trouble?
Not necessarily. We need to look at the bigger picture. While they missed earnings estimates, they do have a strong balance sheet and good cash flow management.
So they're focusing on the long game, investing in growth rather than immediate profits.
Exactly. It's pretty common for companies in growth phases, especially those developing new technologies, to prioritize investment over short-term profitability. The key question for investors is, does the potential for future growth outweigh the current financial picture? It's a question each investor needs to answer for themselves based on their own risk tolerance and investment strategy.
All right, that makes sense. Now, let's dive into the technical analysis of SES. Can you walk us through some key indicators? But please keep it simple. Not all of us are chart experts.
Of course. So let's start with the moving averages. The 50-day simple moving average is around $0.59, and the current price is significantly higher. This suggests a potential upward trend. However, the 200-day moving average is around $1.01, and the stock is currently trading below that. This could indicate some bearish sentiment in the longer term.
So mixed signals there. What about the RSI?
The RSI, or Relative Strength Index, measures momentum. It's currently at 40.82, nearing what we call oversold territory. This doesn't guarantee a rebound, but it does suggest that the stock might be undervalued right now, possibly setting up for an upward correction.
Interesting. What other indicators should we be looking at?
Well, the MACD, or Moving Average Convergence Divergence, currently sits at -0.06. Being below zero generally indicates bearish momentum, which could mean further downward pressure on the stock price unless something changes course.
So some indicators point up, some point down. It's a real tug-of-war.
Right.
What about the Bollinger Bands? I hear traders talk about those, but I'm not entirely sure what they represent.
Bollinger Bands are lines plotted on a chart to help visualize price volatility. Currently, SES is trading near the lower band. Similar to the RSI nearing oversold, this could point towards a potential rebound.
Okay, so maybe those two indicators are hinting at a buying opportunity.
It's possible, but remember, no single indicator tells the whole story. You have to look at them all together, consider the broader market context, and most importantly, your own investment goals and risk tolerance.
Right, it's easy to get caught up in the excitement, but staying grounded and doing your own research is crucial. Speaking of research, it's always helpful to hear what the experts are saying. What kind of analyst recommendations are we seeing for SES?
It's a mixed bag, actually. Some analysts give it a buy rating, highlighting the potential for growth in the electric vehicle and AI sectors.
That makes sense given the trends we've discussed. What about the other side of the coin?
Well, some analysts are more cautious, issuing hold ratings. They acknowledge the potential, but are concerned about the recent earnings miss and the market's overall volatility.
Are there any analysts saying sell?
There are a few, but they're definitely in the minority. Their main concern is the company's ability to execute on its ambitious plans and the potential for increased competition in the battery tech space.
So once again, a mix of opinions.
Yeah.
It seems like SES is a company with potential operating in a really exciting field, but there are also risks and uncertainties. What's your take on all of this?
Well, what's fascinating to me is how SES AI is bridging the gap between cutting-edge technology and real-world applications. Their focus on AI-powered batteries could revolutionize not just electric vehicles, but other industries as well, like robotics and drones.
In that CES 2025 showcase you mentioned, where they're unveiling their new AI-enhanced battery cell, that's definitely something to watch.
Absolutely. That event could be a major catalyst for the stock, either positively or negatively. Investors will be watching closely to see if SES AI can deliver on their promises.
All right, we've covered a lot. The company's technology, the recent stock movements, potential concerns from the earnings report,
Yeah.
and a breakdown of some key technical indicators. We even touched on what the analysts are saying. But what does all this mean for our listeners? What should they take away from this discussion?
That's the most important question. Ultimately, deciding whether or not to invest in SES is a personal decision. You need to weigh the potential rewards against the risks, consider your own investment goals and time horizon, and above all, do your own due diligence.
I couldn't agree more. But before you make any decisions, there's one more crucial piece of the puzzle we need to explore.
And that is the competitive landscape.
Right. SES isn't operating in a vacuum.
Yep.
They're facing some stiff competition out there.
Exactly. The battery technology space is heating up with some big players vying for dominance.
So who are the major rivals that SES is going up against?
Well, you've got established giants like CATL and LG Energy Solution. They've been supplying batteries to major automakers for years and have a strong foothold in the market.
Those are some big names to compete with. What advantages do those companies have?
They definitely have a head start when it comes to production capacity and existing relationships with, car manufacturers. They've already built out large-scale manufacturing facilities and have proven their ability to meet demand.
But SES is bringing something different to the table, right? Their focus on AI integration seems to be their key differentiator.
That's right. They're betting on AI to give them an edge in terms of battery performance and efficiency. And they're not alone in exploring this avenue. Companies like Tesla, as well as several startups, are investing heavily in AI-powered battery optimization.
So it's a race to see who can develop the most advanced and efficient batteries.
Absolutely. And the stakes are high. Whoever wins this race could have a significant impact on the future of electric transportation and beyond.
Given this competitive landscape, should investors be, bullish or bearish on SES?
Well, competition always presents both challenges and opportunities. I think on the one hand, SES needs to fight hard to gain market share and prove that their technology is superior to the competition.
Yeah, they can't afford to get complacent.
Exactly. But on the other hand, the intense competition kind of validates the market's potential. The fact that so many major players are investing in advanced battery technology shows that there's a huge demand waiting to be met.
So it's a high-risk, high-reward scenario.
Precisely. Investors need to carefully evaluate SES's ability to execute their plans, secure those key partnerships, and scale their production to keep up with growing demand. Those factors will determine their success in this competitive environment.
Okay, that makes sense. Now let's zoom out a bit and look at the bigger picture. What are some broader industry trends that could impact SES, either positively or negatively?
There are several trends worth watching. First, the global push for clean energy and the rapid adoption of electric vehicles are creating a massive opportunity for battery manufacturers. This is a huge positive for companies like SES.
Definitely a tailwind pushing them forward.
Governments worldwide are setting ambitious targets for electric vehicle adoption, and consumers are increasingly embracing electric cars and trucks.
And as we mentioned earlier, it's not just limited to cars. SES is looking at applications in robotics and drones as well.
Exactly. The demand for advanced batteries is only going to increase in the coming years.
So the overall market trend seems very positive. But are there any potential headwinds or challenges that we should be aware of?
Yeah, there are a few. One challenge is the volatility of raw material prices. Batteries require various metals like lithium and cobalt, and the prices of these materials can fluctuate significantly.
That could directly impact SES's production costs and profitability.
Exactly. Another potential concern is geopolitical risk. Some of these key battery materials are sourced from countries with political instability or ongoing trade tensions, which could disrupt the supply chain.
Right. That's always a factor to consider when evaluating any company that relies on global supply chains.
And then, of course, there's the constant threat of technological disruption. What happens if a new, even more innovative battery technology emerges and makes SES's approach obsolete?
That's the risk you take when operating in a field that's constantly evolving.
It's true, but that's also what makes this sector so exciting. There's always something new happening.
Okay, so we have strong market demand, potential challenges to navigate, and constant pressure to innovate. With all of these factors in mind, what's your overall takeaway on SES?
Well, what stands out to me is their commitment to pushing the boundaries of battery technology. They're not simply following the pack, they're actively trying to lead it.
They're aiming to be the disruptors, not the disrupted.
Yes, and while there are certainly risks involved, their unique approach, particularly the focus on AI, gives them a competitive edge that could pay off significantly.
So SES is a company to watch. Maybe not for the risk averse, but definitely for those who are excited about the convergence of technology innovation and the future of transportation.
I completely agree.
All right, time for the big question. Is SES a stock you would personally consider adding to your portfolio?
As always, it depends on individual risk tolerance and investment goals. But personally, I find SES to be a fascinating company with a lot of potential. I'm definitely keeping them on my radar.
That's a fair assessment. And for our listeners, we encourage you to do your own research, weigh the pros and cons, and decide if SES aligns with your investment strategy. But before we wrap up this episode of Investing Talk podcast, there's one more crucial piece of the puzzle we need to discuss.
A piece that's particularly relevant when considering any investment.
It's the question that's on everyone's mind when evaluating a potential investment.
And that is valuation.
Of course, the million-dollar question, is SES actually worth the price?
That's what we need to unpack. Figuring out the value of a company like SES, especially one in, such a rapidly evolving sector, it can be a real challenge.
Because there's so much uncertainty about what the future holds, right?
Exactly. But there are some, key metrics and approaches investors can use to get an idea of whether a stock is overvalued, undervalued, or priced just right.
Okay, let's break those down. What should our listeners be looking at?
One common metric is the price-to-earnings ratio, or PE ratio. It compared the stock price to the company's earnings per share.
But we know SES reported a loss in their last earnings report. So how do you calculate the PE ratio when earnings are negative?
That's a great point. In those situations, investors often look at future earnings estimates or consider alternative valuation methods.
Like what? What are some other ways to approach valuation?
Another option is the price-to-sales ratio, which compares the stock price to the company's revenue. This can be useful for valuing companies that aren't yet profitable but have strong revenue growth.
So instead of looking at earnings, we're looking at how much money the company's bringing in.
Exactly. And it's important to compare these ratios to industry averages and to similar companies to get a sense of how the valuation stacks up.
All right, a high PE ratio might be acceptable in a high-growth sector, but could be a red flag in a more mature industry.
Absolutely. And beyond these traditional metrics, investors also need to consider qualitative factors. Things like the strength of the management team, the company's competitive advantage, and their long-term growth prospects.
So it's not just about crunching numbers. You have to kind of take a holistic view.
Precisely. Valuing a company involves both art and science.
Okay, so we've talked about some valuation methods, but where does SES stand right now? Are they overvalued, undervalued, or somewhere in between?
There's no, easy answer. Different analysts will have different opinions based on their own models and assumptions.
What's the general consensus, among analysts?
The current market sentiment seems to be that SES is a high-growth, high-risk company with potentially significant upside, but also a lot of uncertainty.
So it's a bet on the future, then?
In many ways, yes. Investors are betting that SES can execute their plans, overcome the competition, and become a major player in the electric vehicle and AI revolution.
And as with any bet, there's a chance of winning big, but also a chance of losing.
That's the nature of investing.
All right. As we wrap up our discussion on SES, what are your final words of wisdom for listeners who are considering investing?
I would say do your homework, understand the company's technology, their competitive landscape, the market trends, and their valuation. Don't just jump in based on hype.
Sound advice. Make informed decisions and invest responsibly.
Exactly. And remember, investing in individual stocks always carries risks. Make sure you have a diversified portfolio and are comfortable with the level of risk you're taking on.
Excellent points.
Yeah.
Well, I think we've covered just about everything there is to know about SES, at least for now.
Yeah, it's a company that's constantly evolving, so it's definitely one to keep on your watch list.
Absolutely. And who knows, maybe we'll revisit SES on a future episode of Investing Talk podcast and see how they're progressing.
That sounds like a plan.
That's all for today's show. We hope you enjoyed this episode of Investing Talk podcast. If you found it helpful, be sure to subscribe so you don't miss any of our future deep dives into trending stocks.
And don't forget to share this episode with anyone who might find it interesting. And leave a comment with your thoughts on SES. We love hearing from our listeners.
Until next time, happy investing.